9:45. It's the morning after, and I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Buckshot.
And Diddy is here this morning.
Yeah.
And we're very excited to have you, sir.
Thank you.
We've been watching Making the Band.
I'm very excited to be here.
Oh, you are?
Yep.
All right, good. I'm glad to hear that. I know you've been out promoting Dirty Money.
Yes.
And we've been watching the video and the progress on all of that.
Yeah.
And we're waiting for Last Train to Paris.
Yes.
At the same time.
That's great.
So I'm glad you're here because we have a million questions, and we watch all your stuff on television, all your Diddy blogs.
Let's do it.
And everything, and we show our support. So let's do it. Get my notes. All right, question number 1. Did you start working on Last Train to Paris before 808s and Heartbreak? And how do you feel about people comparing it?
Yeah, I started working on it before 808s and Heartbreaks. And the comparison, to be honest, is like an honor. You know what I'm saying? I love that album. I'm a big Kanye West fan. And I think people haven't really heard the album, so it definitely doesn't sound like the same album. Mm-hmm. One of the things that's definitely different is that I put a group together.
Right.
Yeah, and the group is myself and 2 young ladies, Dawn and Kalina, and that already sets it apart. And I just think people assume that because I'm doing some singing on the album, so they assume that it was just going to be, but to be honest, I would, I had dabbled in that with Last Night, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I started doing some singing stuff on Press Play. And so it was just more of a continuation of that, a different way to express myself. And not that I'm a singer or anything like that, just to, use my voice as an instrument.
Did you have to take singing lessons?
Yeah, I've taken singing lessons, you know what I'm saying? I've been taking it just to make sure that I could pull everything off live and just also so I could also understand what I'm doing, And as I said before, it's more used as I'm using my vocal more as an instrument on this album. And I think people have to. It's a great buzz and curiosity about what it is. Mm-hmm. People assume that it's some electro, techno, international stuff because they hear the word Paris. People, in the world, people make assumptions, but when the album come out, then you'll be able to hear it and make your own assumptions.
So when is it coming out?
It's gonna come out in 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, probably like in the early part of 2010. And the big reason for that is I don't feel like a lot of artists out here. Or record companies are setting up the artist projects right. Mm-hmm. Like right now, just from the business perspective, it's taking like 4 to 5 months on the average just to break a single. So you got a lot of artists out there just still going to using the old school equation of 10, 12 weeks, and it's taking almost double that to break their records. And so they're coming out before there's any proper setup. They don't have no magazine covers. They haven't really done no promo tours, no TV performances. The album comes out, and then 4 days later, it's over. So you spend 2 years of your life working on an album, and then you throw it all away because you transfixed on, I want to get my album out. I'm not in no rush. I want to make sure, I have a lot invested in the album, and I want to make sure I set it up right and do like a lot of interesting things to get people to be part of the movement.
Well, you are a one-man promotional team, yourself as well.
I mean, I love marketing. And hopefully, I do the types of marketing that other people can learn from, so they could be successful with it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's also important. For me, it's a gift and a curse that I do so many different things. From being a designer to an actor to selling Ciroc to a TV producer. And then I can't just, I don't feel I could just, wake up in the morning and say, okay, well, I'm just going to have y'all switch to me being a recording artist and go buy the album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think
a television producer as well.
I think I gotta put in my work, which I'm gonna put in my work. And I'm gonna do my shows and my promo so people can see what I'm about and see if they want to get into it.
Well, we get to see a lot of your personality on MTV on the shows that you have on there, and everybody knows you as like one of the hardest working men in the business. Period. Like sleep is, the cousin of death. To you, and as a matter of fact,
it's really not. I changed my mind on that.
You did?
Yeah.
I love my sleep.
Yeah, I changed my mind on that. I mean, I guess that's just something that I thought I would recommend at least a good 6 to 8 hours if you could, because right now, like I have some insomnia that I'm curing right now, that I'm going to a sleep therapist and all that. So that isn't anything I really want to promote, because it definitely is a painful thing to go through, and I think I promoted that for a couple of years,
Right.
just being wild. But you know,
To be your assistant is like you can't sleep.
That's what happens with people that's creative anyway.
Yeah. Your mind don't stop.
You can't
thinking.
sleep.
Your mind don't stop.
It goes crazy on you, especially when you sit down and get ready to sleep. You dreaming and doing a whole bunch of things.
When you're not one track minded too, like something you just said.
Yeah.
You know, you love When you said you love marketing, I just felt that because I love it. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta love these things in order to be.
And it's hard to sleep when you're having like 2 days of tantric sex as well.
No, I mean to be honest, you get a good 10 hours after that though. real talk, baby.
And
you should try it.
Yeah. I couldn't. I'd be after like 30 minutes. I'm done.
Yeah. No, you could do it. Trust me.
All right, Shea 45. Diddy
Do
is here.
anything you put your mind to.